Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. I don't really celebrate the holidays, but some people do. Pretty far away from where yesterday. Probably like an hour and a half away or something. Went to work yesterday. Well, before I went to work, I went to the post office. It was actually a really dope looking post office on the inside. It was like, I don't know, the most picturesque, like early 1900s, late 1800s post office. It actually looked really sick inside. I got a post box there. At first, it was difficult. The lady was like, "You need two forms of ID. One needs to be like something current that has your address on it." And I'm like, "Ooh, I'm homeless." And then she's like, "Do you have a vehicle registration?" I'm like, "Maybe." Thankfully, I did. So I went out in my car. Also, I forgot my wallet. I keep my driver's license in my coach wallet because I was taking that into work. When I'd have to go to work at the hotel and drive around in the van. Uh, so I usually just bring that. I didn't need my debit card or anything because I wouldn't spend any money when I was at work. But yeah, so I forgot to bring that in. So I had to come back out, grab my vehicle registration, which thankfully I found my current one. I went through like three of them until I was like, okay, thankfully the fourth one is the correct one. I was starting to get worried. I'm like, do I even have my vehicle registration? And I was thinking about if I was pulled over, I was like, man, I'm going to have to look for it either way because I do not know where that's at. But I found it, so yeah. Thankfully it's exactly where I thought it would be. I would only put it in two places. You know? Like I don't. Thankfully, I had many jobs at the Goodwill organizing things. So like, even though I have the worst memory humanly possible, I generally put things in the same place or easy to find places. It's hard to organize, a vehicle to be like a workable, like apartment. Okay, it's kind of difficult. You know, I keep it clean. I just use duffel bags. Like it'd be cool if I had like dressers and doors and all types of stuff, but I don't. I kind of want to show the trunk at some point because I guess I never have, but it looks kind of gross right now because I haven't done laundry in like a month and a half. Or, I don't know. I'm not good with time. But, yeah. So I went to the post office, got my P.O. box, got that set up. Um, Gave me two keys. Like I say, it's very picturesque. It was actually very pretty there. And, yeah. So I got my post office thing. Again, I had an appointment with the exact same doctor that I had last year. And again, I tried to call him beforehand before I even set up this meeting. I was like, "Hey, dude, can I just want to renew my." First, he instantly put me on hold for 4 minutes as soon as I called him earlier in the day, and then I'm like, "Hey, I just want to renew my card," and he's like, "Well, you got to set it up through this and that," and then he's just like, "I'll text you the link," and then he just like hangs up on me, and then I got to go through the link. I talked to the customer service lady because it says on the site it can be $50. I'm like, okay, why is this not $50? Like, why am I paying like $200? And then she's like, well, I can do 175 or whatever. Or she's just like, give me your credit card number and everything else. Like after we talked for a minute and we figured it out, she's like, give me your credit card number. I'm like, well, how much is it gonna be? And she's like, 175. I'm like, I thought the thing said 50, so in a roundabout way, I lost $25 because I didn't trust this customer service lady to help me, and I just went through the forms and stuff myself. So I ended up having to pay $200, which is, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's stupid. The whole thing's like a sham because again, I'll put it to you this way: last time that I talked to the guy, I only lasted about a minute of just rambling like things that had happened to me during my childhood before he was like, you know what, dude, PTSD, and then that was it. And it's weird too because at the end of both phone calls, he's like, I'm here for you if you ever need anything, and I'm like, dude, I don't know that I've ever met I've never met a doctor who's been less here for me. Because again, last year when I did this, there's a video call they're supposed to meet at. I sat on the video call for an hour and a half. Dude never shows up. I then text like the system people and be like, hey, what's up? And then eventually he just gives me a phone call. Like I say, that conversation goes with like a minute. Like first, he's like, "What do you want it for?" I'm like, I got back pain. I got a bunch of different stuff because I got really bad back pain, as you would imagine, living in a car and lifting lots of heavy things like an idiot. Well, I just end up getting mule jobs. So I end up having to lift heavy things. But either way, oh god, the thought's disappearing. It's going away, and it's gone. Totally gone. Just gonna have to like start over from something else. That's so bad. I don't know. You can see what it's like to live in my head, I guess. I honestly have no idea what I was talking about because I just talked myself right off the subject, I guess. I'm not going to cut or redo this. I don't care. I'm tired. It's just been a really long day. I'll just go back to going over whatever my day was yesterday. Yeah. Oh, the sham doc, dude. See? It's bad. I'm sorry. But, yeah. So he just kind of screwed me over. Like I ended up he ended up just calling me and just being like, "Hey, here, you can have your card, whatever," and that was the end of it. And then I called him again this year. I sat on the video call for 15, 20 minutes, and I'm like, "Dude, it's like 1:15. The appointment is at 1." I texted him first, nothing for like another 10 minutes, and then I call him, exact same thing. It's a freaking sham doc out of Kansas. Like, that's what the number pops up as. It's a Kansas number. It's supposed to be a video call, everything else. It can be up to an hour, I think, or whatever for the diagnosis. Literally, not even a minute, because I'm annoyed by the time I get on the call with this dude, because I've been sitting in front of, like, this video call for a half hour, just, like, waiting, for him to show up, and I texted him and be like, "Yo, what's up?" And he knew we had an appointment today because before he hung up on me earlier in the day, I was like, "Yeah, I'll schedule that thing so I get that thing." Like, And also, if you renew your medical card early, you just lose that time. Like, I renewed it early, and I'm going to lose, like, a month of time. Like, not that I plan to have gone and used it, even though I could, but I'm just saying, in general, I had lost, like, I don't know, I've lost that time. Like, I don't know that it's additive. So that's annoying. I spent $200. Yeah. Next year I won't spend $200. I'll figure out something else. Like, that's ridiculous. Especially the way they're treating me. Again, I got on the phone with the guy, finally, and he's like, "What's your name? What's going on?" Because, again, he has no idea, because I'm guessing he probably just funnels through these all day long, getting $25 a call or $50 a call. It's ridiculous. Like, it's absurd. Like, people like this are why there are so many people that have depression or other BS mental illness things that are claiming disability. It's because of things like everything's for profit. Like, it's so dumb. Like, it's so dumb. Like, the entire medical system, like, not all of it, but probably 15% of it is a complete farce and sham. It's all just like scamming. It's all just roundabout ways of scamming, or incentives from drug companies. It's all just, it's so bad. It's such a joke. Healthcare in America is just a joke. If you got money, dude, you get smoking healthcare. You got no money, they might just let you die on the street. Yeah. So the sham doc, whole thing, whatever, it's super annoying. I paid $200. I got my stupid PDF to extend my thing for another year, so I don't have to worry about it. I'll figure it out. This is a weird one. You ever put somebody up on game that you never should have put them up on? Like, you ever put, okay, so you ever know, like, I figured something out real quick. You just learn things as you go. And, yeah. So, I put Shaggy up on game like a week ago or whatever when I was talking about it. I put him up on, I guess, to him, Insane Game. And now he's about to do some today, him, his girl, his friends, they're all doing some crazy stuff. Okay? I had nothing to do with it. I didn't say nothing. I told him, be careful. I told all the things you would tell someone that was about to do something crazy. That's what you would tell them. Like, I accidentally put him up on game about, like, you know, how I get just my medication is my personal medication and everything, and how I do all that. And he, like, freaked out, and things started firing in this. And Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, like, if you imagine Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, stoned as can be, eating Scooby snacks all day, but replace the Scooby snacks with, like, cigarettes, Mountain Dew, and, like, candy and Dorito chips. And Shaggy's also an ex-meth addict who's 26 or whatever. Yeah, like, and they look pretty similar. Like, you know, the cartoon Shaggy. Like, I loved Scooby-Doo when I was growing up. And this person, who I call Shaggy. I put him up on game. Like, not on purpose. But now this idiot has now discovered game. And now he's going to use it. Which is like, okay, but hopefully he doesn't go to jail or do something stupid. Like, I didn't tell him to do this. I just described how I do certain things. Like, I don't sell my medication or do anything like that, but the way I get my medication is it's disgustingly cheap, but I do go to the dispensary. It's very cheap the way that I, get it. And yeah, he stole the idea, and he's taking it to a bigger level. I was like, what? I don't know. It's a whole thing. I don't care if people commit crimes. I don't want to know that they commit crimes. I just want to be ignorant to that fact. Yeah. It's not my business. I don't know anything. That's pretty much where I'm at with that. But yeah. So I got a bunch of stuff done yesterday. I was absolutely exhausted. I was like falling asleep on the floor almost at work. I got so tired. I just barely made it through. They don't sell Monster. They sell tons of goofy flavors at the vending machines in there. Tons of like low-cal and special edition flavors and coffee Monsters. And I'm like, bro, I just want a normal Monster or just a normal Red Bull. I don't drink these. I need the energy. I got to drive. I got stuff to do. So I ran up the street, bought me a normal Monster. It was $3.19. I didn't scream at the cashier, but I thought, Jesus Christ, like, this better be great. I think I paid $3 for like a gallon of Milo's lemonade, and I think I paid $3 for a gallon of milk. You're telling me the Monster comparatively was the same? Like, whatever, dude. It gave me the energy I had to. I was worried I'd fall asleep, and I knew I had to drive for a couple hours. So I busted the Monster down. I drove 40 minutes to the gym. Took a showered, figured out what rest area I was gonna go to. I didn't really want to go, but I was like, whatever. The Monster definitely kicked me in, dude. Like, the Monster actually hit that spot. Because again, I don't drink these very rarely. One or two a year, every couple months or so. I haven't had one in like probably 6 months. So like that, it really kicked in for me. So I just took a shower. I dry hit my vape thing. This thing. Like, right before I was going to go into the gym, I was like, I don't really want to change my vape thing. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I got to wash it off in the shower and everything else because it's an RDA. And, like, right before I was going to go, I was just like, oh, no. It was just so nasty and dry. So I just had to replace it. So I did that. Then I drove 40 minutes to the gym, and then I busted out probably another 45 minutes of driving, country/highway, to a rest area kind of close to my storage locker. I'm still probably 30, maybe 45 minutes away from my storage locker. But again, nothing would be open today. Couldn't use the bathroom anywhere. Wouldn't have been able to do anything. So I kind of just had to do what I had to do. I'm probably going to try and play the Steam Deck a little bit today. All my stuff's charged. I charged it at work. I didn't really care. All my battery's charged. I don't know if I'll take a shower again before Sunday. It's, again, because, it's somewhat inconvenient to shower. You gotta go to the gym, all that crap. But I changed all my clothes. Like, other than, my hoodie's the same, and this outer pair of sweatpants is the same. But I changed everything. My under sweatpants, my jeans are the same kind of like douchey, nice True Religion jeans I've been running around in off and on for the last like month since I got them. Other than that, really dirty. Like when I'm not at work, I'm not sweating. I'm not doing anything. It's like 45 degrees. Oh yeah. I don't know. I slept like 6 hours. I was up till 3 a.m. Like I said, that monster hit me, hit the spot. I got back here. I ate my trolley candy that I had. I put on one sleeping bag. I put on another pair of sweatpants. I put on an undershirt too, the yellow thingy. Stay warm. Then eventually I just fell asleep. I really didn't want to. Surprisingly, there's not very many people traveling today, or I haven't seen it yet, because I just woke up at 11. There wasn't really anyone at this rest stop. It was like me and one RV last night. That was it. So I don't know. I'm probably just gonna stay here all day because again, nothing's gonna be open. I was thinking about going to Ross or Marshalls to get more socks and more underwear because it just, I'd rather have them. My feet smell so bad, dude. Like when I take my socks off, the fact that I can smell it and I'm kind of used to the smell, like I can smell it from 5 to 10 feet away. Like when I take my socks off. Like when I take my socks off at the end of the day at work, steam comes off my feet. Like steam just like cascades off my feet and then just fogs my whole front windshield every day. My feet are just terrible. Sucks. And I can't really even it's cold, so I can't really, leave my feet exposed very much anymore. So they're constantly in socks or dirty socks. So kind of like to get new socks, but there's no Ross or Marshalls like anywhere around here. I'm pretty close to like Akron now. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not really close to Akron. I'm kind of like perpendicular with it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Today's Thursday. I'm off till Monday. Like, Monday at 3 p.m. is the next time I have to work. So I got a lot of crap. I'm gonna pick up my Galaxy Buds and my Razer headphones. It's storage. Tomorrow I was gonna go today, but the weather changed. I keep watching the weather to see if it was gonna rain or not, and the rain got pushed off till Sunday. And again, nothing's open today, so I feel like there's no point in going to my storage locker. If I get up early tomorrow, storage locker, then thrift stores, bust out all the thrift stores, I checked all my foods when I got here last night at like 1 or 1:30 in the morning. I checked my oil, my transmission fluid. I was going to add transmission fluid when I checked it running, but then when I turned it off and I let it sit for a second, and I went to check it again, I was like, oh, let me just double check it before I add more. It was good. Like, it was above the hot level. Like, it was good. Not like real high, but it was fine. But when I checked it when it was on, it was like, down closer to the cool. So I'm glad I double checked it. Car has oil. Car didn't burn any coal. I mean, it was 30 degrees last night when I was driving. That's why I like to drive at night too, is another reason. Just in case something was to happen. Like, nothing happens to it. Nothing's happened to my car, but I just like to be careful with it. I like to be, as easy on it as I can be. Because it means so much to me, and it's literally the thing that keeps my life together. Like, the reason I can live and do all the things that I do is because my vehicle works and is reliable. Like, when I turn that key on, I don't have to wonder is it gonna crank? Like, that's such a low chance that it's never happened. So I don't think about it. I'm just like, my car will run and go until it blows up. I don't know. I try not to worry about it. Yeah. But yeah, I got here last night and checked all my stuff. And then I just watched Summit 1G. I watched him play Chawa. I watched Chawa, do some shenanigans last night on YouTube. I watched Jaron. He does the best version of Summit's clips. So, yeah, just watched that. Watched 3 episodes of that, 30 minutes of it. Something to do. It's entertaining, dude. I love Summit's one of my favorite people. Summit is someone who got me addicted to the Division 1, and the game was just such a massive train wreck. They just made it so bad over time. Yeah, I love Summit. I'm watching Summit for years. His GTA 5 content over the last few years has been pretty awesome. Yeah. But, I'll call that, a day. I don't know when I'll upload this. I guess I'll do it now, or I'll do it when I'm playing the Steam Deck, so I don't have to think about it or worry about it. But I hope everyone has a good day. I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. If you gotta drive somewhere, you gotta do something, stay safe. That's another thing. Last night, very rarely do I almost call the police on people. I almost called the police on someone last night. I got, like, this person turned out of a town in front of me, and it was like 15 minutes into my drive, like going from work, or the gas station next to work, to the gym. And they were 3 feet in the other lane. Like, they were like swerving and all types of nonsense and not going the speed limit. And I was like just busting them with my high beams. Like, as soon as they started doing that like crazy like crossing the lane stuff, I'm just like, high beams, high beams. I just keep hitting high beams on these people. I'm like, you are an absolute idiot, dude. I don't drink. Like, and the times when I did drink, I do not drive. Point blank, period. Do not drive. Not something that you do. You do not drive drunk. Period. Like, you do not drive drunk. You do not, no. Nothing like that. Like, me using my medication is one thing. I don't know. I believe it to be different for sure. Like, you do not drink and drive. It's horrible. Like, this guy was swerving across lanes and stuff. I maintain my lane at all times, bro. No problem. I use cruise control because sometimes I drive slightly too slow. That's my issue. Sometimes I drive slightly too slow. I drive like an old man. I'm driving an old man car. I was raised by a man who was born in 1930. I have very old man tendencies. I used to be an a-hole of a driver. But now I just drive like an old man. I'm not in a rush to go anywhere. Where am I going? Am I rushing to the next Walmart to sleep? I'm never in a rush anymore because I literally have nowhere to be. It doesn't really matter. I'm always early everywhere I go. I get to work like a half hour early. I'm just hanging out in the parking lot. Yeah. Yeah, this guy was drinking and driving, and I let him pull off kind of farther away from me because he kept doing it for a while. This went on for 15 to 20 minutes, and then I drove up next to him, and I took a right, and he took a left. I about called the police. I got real close. Like, I pulled my phone out, and I was like, bro, I'm about to call the cops on this dude. And then, I don't know, kind of just moved on. I don't know. I just didn't want the problem, of the police being called on, or like just having to talk to the police and like all the stupidness of it. I was thinking, like, the way he was driving, I was like, as soon as he started doing it, I was like, there's almost no point in calling the police. He's gonna go off on the next turn or something. He's gonna be in the trees, and then I'll just stop and call the police and heckle him too. Because if you are drinking and driving and you have an accident, probably, unless you're an old person, like over 50 or 60, like, because I care a lot for the elderly. Other than that, I'd probably just heckle you. I'd be like, hey, stupid, you okay? Hey, how are those drinks? Are you okay? Do you feel it? Can you feel it? Like, I don't really feel bad if you're drinking and driving and you have a terrible accident. Well, you're stupid and you shouldn't have done it. So, I don't really have much sorrow for you. But he or she didn't wreck. I don't know. I didn't really get close because, like, in my mind, I'm like, if this person's, like, drunk, barely holding it together, who's to say they don't have a gat? And then they just do something crazy, like start blasting through the back window. So I didn't really want to get closer than 50 or 100 feet. Like, he did the swerving thing. I hit him with the high beams a little bit. And then after that, I started just kind of chilling, doing like 45. And then occasionally when he would speed up, I would speed up just because I was like, I want to be, within like a quarter of a mile or something of him so I can just see if he wrecks, and then I can at least call the police for him to get help so he doesn't freeze to death. I feel you're stupid, but I don't exactly want you to freeze to death. It's a terrible way to go. Yeah, don't drink and drive. Don't be stupid, man. Don't, get an Uber. Or just don't drive. Like, don't drive. Like, it's literally like so many idiots had been drunk and driven and done all types of stupid stuff as I was growing up. I never even considered it. Never considered it. I don't mess with my keys. Nothing. I just don't mess with it. Like, it's not okay. So yeah, If you gotta drive today, be safe. This video is 25 minutes long. It's gonna take a very long time to upload, but I don't really care. I have nothing to do for the next 4 days. I got fully charged power banks. I can plug them in at my storage locker outside as long as it's not raining. I don't really care, man. I'm just a fucking bum on an adventure that I don't want to be on, that is going on and will continue to go on for, I don't know, 2 years or however long. I was thinking about it earlier, man. I just want my foreclosure house or my trailer, my cool RV on my piece of land somewhere. Just want to rescue dogs and hang out. Like, I don't care. I don't care what happens anymore. I'm gonna do my own thing, man. Everything is gonna get better. It's just gonna take a long time. Yeah. Hope everyone has a good day. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. I'll pop out another one tomorrow. Maybe it'll be themed. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. Yeah. Hope everyone has a good day. See you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay warm.